This is my welding toolbox. Turn on my light. Again, if you don't lock up anything, it will disappear in the underground environment. Shiny shit goes missing. If grinding discs, if you don't lock them up, they will go missing. I have two welding helmets because one goes missing. I can still weld. Basically arc air, gouging stuff, spare safety glasses, miscellaneous rods. I've got a rod oven, but that's not in here, of course. That's in my I've got a big tool lockup as well, where my parts are. Soldering irons, I prefer the old butane little one, preferred to the Weller electric, just because it's more portable. You don't need to plug in. Circlip pliers and that are in here as well. And a mirror, I don't know what for I found it. And these strikers suck, by the way. Okay, so onto the big bad boy toolbox here. You got to have some type of picture of your family or your favourite rugby team. That shouldn't be there. The top of the toolbox is pretty chaotic. I don't really use much out of here at the time. Maybe the odd socket or something like that. It's just a fire and go sort of thing, like somebody wants a socket down the road, or here mate, take this one, it's rubbish, you know what I mean? Like, give this shit away. And it's all 12-point stuff, which is nut stripping on a nut breaker. It's no fucking good for nothing, pretty much. So yeah, that's that. 3/8 drive socket sets. They may look really filthy on the screen, but I actually keep them really clean. I'll prove it to you. You know what I mean? Like Ultra Pro, that's from Napa. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, that's the 3/8. A woman's handbag. This is what I call this drawer, the handbag drawer. It contains everything from lip balm to fucking hand job cream to T3s for those tough days and Prozac. Pocket books. Every mechanic should have one. If you haven't got one, you ain't a fucking mechanic, or you've got too much time on your hands and you're a picky person. Okay, wrench sets. These are SAE standard. I've got a ton of them, but the best thing you can invest in is tool wrap. The ones that you get with your wrenches don't last. I get these made out of like a canvas material. It lasts forever. Also, paint them. When you go down to a site, say to fix a machine, you can pick that wrench out when you're packing up, because everybody else will steal it. Hence, shiny shit goes missing. And then when you're missing one, when you come back, you'll spot it. Cold chisels, punches, drift chisels, everything else, you name it. Files is in this drawer here. Metric, same again. I've got a fair few metric ones, as well as a metric set. For air tools, I recommend painting your tools that do your air, like your pneumatic tools. And then it's easy. So on the fly, you open it up, you're changing a disc on your zip cut or a wheel on your die grinder, and you can just grab it. It's right there. You don't have to look through everything. It's not the same as that shit. The vice grips, hook jaws, flats, C-clamps, you name it. Miscellaneous stuff that you end up making. That's sort of that drawer. Probably about 12-inch wrenches. Allen key sets, I've got good ones, I've got Westwood ones. Yeah, they just go, man. I just strip them out like you wouldn't believe. Proto blacks, like impacts, number punches, letter punches, die grinding top carbide bits, 2 metric and 2 standard drill sets, more chisels, grease guns. Out of this drawer, what I got? Impacts, air tool stuff, numerous sets. Actually, I got a full set of 3/4 inch drive impact sockets. Another metric socket set. My fly bag screwdriver. It looks pretty disorganised, but it is actually really organised. Now, screwdrivers, you can buy good screwdrivers, but you know what? You're wasting your money. when you're out on a job and a breakdown, you need a pry bar, what do you pick up? A screwdriver. I've got snap-on stuff, I've got good screwdrivers, but these Mastercraft ones you get from Canadian Tire, they kick ass, mate. Honestly, they're as good as anything else, you know. Like, I wouldn't want to do high voltage work with them and that sort of stuff, but they're throw and replace, and yeah, I think they're half decent. Another circlip set there, and precision screwdrivers. Measuring drawer with meters and tape measures. Get in there. RPM meter, thermal guns, calipers, verniers, whatever. My bastard drawer. Basically everything else, like little bolts, fidgety stuff. You can have a box, but underground it's going to get taken. Somebody's going to tip it out on the floor. Lock it up if you want one of these, and then you're handy. You got air fittings to everything, mate. You know, big crimp stuff, all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? Like just miscellaneous. I was in there today actually, looking for a screw, and I found it. It works. Pneumatics. Don't go cheap on your pneumatic tools. It doesn't work. You can buy Mastercraft or some cheap shitty brand. It won't work. And oil, the living shit out of everything. You can have it clean. Some guys on YouTube here have the cleanest toolbox on the planet, and the cleanest tools, well, a clean tool don't work, mate, when it comes to pneumatic. If it's oily, it will last, especially in the underground. I run Chicago and Blue Point, which is snap-on. Thing kicks ass. I've never gone through, I blew one gun up, but I probably go through one of these every year. It's how much they get used. So yeah, don't cheap on that, and always put oil in them. Numerous bits, you know, brushes and etc. Multimeters, you want at least two. One cheap one because somebody always wants to borrow it, and you know, it's gloves and miscellaneous stuff like that, wire and everything else. My electrical drawer. Down to here, DeWalt. You can go 20 volt, 18 volt, whatever you want. For the industrial, you got to go 36. You get way more lifelong, heaps of torque, heaps of grinding power, kicks fucking ass, mate. 4.5 inch, you can get 5, but I prefer the 4. It's a little bit lighter than the 5. Impact, drill guns, guns, wrenches, you know. So, and I've gone through 2 DeWalts so far in that, and they're 1/2 inch impact to beat the living hell out of it underground. You drop it in the mud, the darkness eats it. It's just horrific. It's bloody horrific. Basically, on the side of my toolbox, I've got all my slap shop brake clean and miscellaneous stuff that's locked up. So there you have it. That's pretty much it. You want a couple of tool bags, like cat tool bags. I've had them for a long time. I beat the living shit out of everything. It's so dirty, you can't keep clean. Look at my hands. It's just like, you keep your tools clean as much as you can, but prepare to get dirty, mate, because everything is dirty. It's no painted floor like some of these videos here on YouTube. The guy's standing in his toolbox bragging how good it is. Well, you bring your shit in here and kick the mud, mate, and the dirt on the wall. You can't do it. So there's my toolbox, and I've got another, that door there is a tool crib in here. Oh well, I'll show you. This is my parts room. I had to build a steel door for it because every wanker wants to break in it. So bolts, basically drill parts. My $1,800 torque wrench. Baby blue again, because nobody steals baby blue. Pair of 48-inch pipe wrench. So that's that. And, you know, miscellaneous stuff that I lock up every night. All my DeWalt, more DeWalt tools that I own. It's pretty ridiculous.